Hello everyone, Fruko here. Welcome back to another tutorial of Manage Beatmap program. Uh, I have updated the program since I recorded the first video. If you haven't watched it already, click the top right corner of this screen to watch it. I assume you have already installed the program, so let's begin. I'm gonna open a file now. Open this one. Now, as you remember, there were a bunch of nodes on the program, but it made harder and harder to implement more functions on the program. So I just merged them into a drop-down list like this. What you can do to run a function is to click here and press the apply function button here, simply like that. So let's explain what the updates now. What are the updates now? Okay, so I've implemented a function called prepare the map to hit sounding. When you want to create a custom hit sounded map, you should put the inherited points between the nodes instead of on them. There's a specific reason for it. Let me open a map here. This is custom hit sounded. So as you can see, I have put the inherited points between the nodes intentionally, because when a player hits the node, they might hit early or late depending on the situation. So putting the inherited points between the nodes will give more flexibility to play the correct hit sound on gameplay. If you put the inherited point right at the exact same spot with the node itself, if the player hits the node early, for example at this spot, it will play the wrong hit sound. So I think it's important, and one of the draining time, how should I explain this? So when you hit sound a map, you put a lot of inherited points on it, and it will take time. It will take too much time, maybe. So I have created a function. For it. What it basically does is it put inherited points between nodes, and it also considers slider ends and spinner ends. So I'm gonna open a standard map now to demonstrate it perfectly. So let's choose a random map here. Okay, let's open, for example, this one. Totally random. This has a storyboard, I guess. I'm gonna open something different, simple. So as you can see, there are some inherited points already, and if you run that function, it may add duplicate timing points. And after you run that function, I have also created a function that deletes the unnecessary inherited points right here. If you run that function, for example, you have 2 inherited points to how should I say this? So let's say you have two inherited points with same values. I put two inherited points. If I run that function now, it will remove the second one. But if you add three of them and let's say change any of the values, for example, if you put 45% volume here and then save it, if you run that function that way, it will keep all inherited points because the two inherited points are different. But if you remove this one, those two have the exact same values except the offset, so it will delete the second one. When you prepare the map to hitsounding function, it may add, I don't say it will, but it may add some inherited points, and they might overlap. So instead of fixing it from the AI mode one by one, you can just run this function and simply fix it. So let's run the first one. Well, I forgot to change the map. I'm gonna first refresh it on there because I haven't saved anything yet. When is it? I guess this one. Right. Gonna copy the path. And yeah, this is the map. And then I'm gonna run that function and press apply. And it says process complete. As you can see, there are a lot of inherited points now, like too many, but that's the downside of it sounding a map. So I'm gonna refresh it from game as well. The program put inherited points like this. When you change the values from change the sample sets correctly from the points here, they will sound more accurate and they will give the player more flexibility. And also it keeps the original values, like, let me put it this way. So this has a slider velocity of 1 and this has a slider velocity of 0.5. This one is program generated, and also this one too. This one gets the base values from this one, and this one gets from this one. So don't be afraid, you won't lose any of your changes, any of your previous content. It will just add more and more values. So okay, I'm gonna remove the other function now. Let's say you have finished your hitsounding and everything is done. So after that, just run this function, not remove, and then click apply. Then it says process complete, and as you can see, it deleted most of them. I'm gonna run function now. Sorry, I'm gonna re-upload it, and as you can see, it only kept the first one because it is the first generated and there are no inherited points for it. And as you can see, this is the easier way to add more inherited points for custom hit sounding. Now I guess it won't add to timing point sections. So like if there was a point on, there was a green point on where there is a red point, it may not add, the program may not add an inherited point, so be careful about that. And I guess that's it for this one. So I have also implemented a new function which is called insert new timing. I'm gonna try to explain it now by opening another map. So let's change the map because we need a smooth timed map, and as usual I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use this one because it's smoothly timed. It's a good thing for me. Okay, this is pending version, so it will be more useful to run another function on it. So let's see. When you click this button here and press apply function, a window will open and it will say paste timing points here, and they should only contain red points. This will be applicable on multiple files. So where it will be useful, let's say you have timed the map but it turned out to be wrong on a mod, or you have realized it by yourself, doesn't matter, and you need to change the timing here. So what you should do is opening the program and paste the new timing content here, and then pressing single or all on the drop down list and apply the timing. So let's show an example. As I have already said, the timings, including the timing you will paste here, should be smooth. When I mean smooth, like there shouldn't be any offset changes here. So for example, if you move this here, I'm gonna move the node as well. When you press the right arrow key here, it will show this value, but the red point is unsnapped. So the program will detect that and just stop whatever it's doing. So use a smooth timing, and also the content you have pasted should be smooth as well. So let's create a new timing. Okay, if I remember correctly, there's a BPM build up section here. So I'm gonna simply remove this one, for example, and then there will be unsnapped nodes for now, but I'm not gonna save it. I'm not gonna refresh it from the program, but I'm gonna snap the next timing point to this white tick here, because the snappings should be accurate, and actually there is no add, the snappings should be accurate. It's the final point. Okay, so I'm gonna move this one here. This is to generate smooth timing, by the way. You don't have to do this, I presume, and then I'm gonna move this one to here. Hold up, right? And then I'm gonna copy this content and paste it here. Values like these should appear if any of these are inherited points or wrongly formatted lines. The program will also detect it and redirect wherever the false line is. So there are no false lines here. Also, quick note, you shouldn't leave white spaces like space button here or tab. Okay, apparently you can press tab here, but new lines are also counted as white spaces, so you can't leave them here, and be careful about that. So I'm gonna change the type as single and press apply timing. It will ask for confirmation as usual, and if you select yes, it will warn you. The message box says important. Remember to snap all the notes correctly to get an accurate result. Are you sure you want to continue? As always, you need to check the snappings, and inherited points should be snapped as well. I don't really know if there are any not snapped inherited points, but the program may fail. I haven't checked that, to be honest. But this map in particular doesn't have any, so I'm gonna press yes. Then it will also make a recommendation, like it's recommended to create a timing diff specific for this case. If any unsnapped notes or timing points found, the program will be able to redirect this position. So it's like this. So I'm gonna press OK, cancel here, and create a new difficulty like test. You should select no here because you need to keep the content, and then wherever the content is, it will redirect you to the position. Now on this occasion it might not redirect, but I guess when there's a faulty situation, which will be, I presume, often, it will redirect you one by one. So I'm gonna press OK here. Now it will say all of the timing points, inherited points, and notes should be snapped, including the edited timing version. This means that the pasted timing point content is also be smooth. The program will warn you where the unsnapped object is, so you can fix it. I'm gonna say this again, and there are multiple unsnapped objects detected throughout the map. By pressing yes, you can save the errors as editor links to the desktop. So this means the program finds some errors. I found some errors, and it will save it to the desktop. I'm gonna say yes, and it will say errors have been saved. So I don't know why exactly it found some errors, but whoa, I forgot to, oh, alright, I forgot to change the map here. And okay, I'm gonna show you how this looks now. So as you can see, there are 5 links here. I'm gonna open the other map now. Let's see. I need to fix this block, by the way. And this one here. So let's see where the error is. I'm gonna click this here, As you can see, there's an unsnapped timing point here. Unsnapped inherited point. Accurate. And it will generate an error like this. So when you click these links here, it will directly show where the points are or the nodes are, so you should be able to easily fix it. So I'm gonna also change the map from the program as well. Let me find the path again. Where was it? Here. Yeah. Thanks for what showed up on the first one this time. So, alright. I have already saved the timing on this one, I guess. Yeah, okay, I have saved it here. I'm gonna press Ctrl C and try to apply the new timing. Oh, forgot to copy the path first. Sorry. So I'm gonna paste it here on this one. Okay, it loaded successfully. I'm gonna press function, and now I can copy the timing here. Actually, I need to check if my microphone is working. Okay, it's working. Problem. I'll copy the content and paste it here. Then change the type to single and press apply timing. So it will edit the legend one, not the test one, because I've already chosen the legend difficulty here. So the warnings and errors will also appear every time. And it says process complete on this one. So let's check. Alright. I guess I forgot to refresh the window after this one, but on the version you will download, it will be added. And when I filter the timing points here, as you can see, if it the content only dropped to 3 timing points. So let's open it from also as well. It says update. Means it's changed. And you can see 3 timing points here. So let's see if they are shifted correctly. Now I don't really remember where the build up was, but if it's before here. Oh, okay, I remembered. Where is it? The BPM change was here. The BPM change was here, and there isn't any BPM changes here now. And as you can see, all of the inherited points and the nodes have been shifted correctly. This also applies to another snappings. Like all of the snappings looks correct now. So you can use this function if your map's timing is smooth and this timing you also got is smooth. And when you choose the function and apply it to the map, it will change it. It will change it and snap everything except bookmarks. Snap everything except bookmarks, yeah. And if you select the multifunction, like when you change the single type, change type to all, it will first ask to save backups, because this change, whatever the warnings or errors will be, if something happens that I haven't caught yet, you also want to keep the original files, if you select single here, you don't need to save a backup because it will already register a backup to its undo and redo buttons here. So when you click this one, you'll see that the 170 BPM here with all of its contents have been added, and then you can simply press save here and select yes. So okay, one last thing. So I guess this function is the most used one from what I heard so far, and I was making a CV map and noticed something, like when you want to add multiple slider velocity changes, you need to reopen the map window by clicking the button here for now, and with the drop down lists you need to also find and click this button here. So I've created an easy access to what you need to do. When you click this one here, I've added a checkbox like this: reopen the window with same values. So when you check this one and apply a function, it will say process complete. No, wait, it won't say process complete. Instead, it will open the window again. So let's have a look. I'm gonna copy the time here. The first CV to 1, last CV to something, and I'm gonna the count value like 6 and choose this one, and then click this here. Okay, it will say the CV changes are added, and then it will refresh, and as you can see, it reopened the window again. So this is just for an easy access, nothing big, but I think it will save more time since my intention to create this program is saving time on mapping. So okay, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video, if I ever take another video.